20.
No.
Okay, 30. Just wait, 30. What's going on, guys? Coming at you today with a grocery haul slash showing you guys what we have already in stock that we didn't need to pick up, so that you can see what's in our meal plans and how we implement what we have into our daily nutrition throughout the week. So I guess I'm gonna start it off. I'm gonna jump things off, show you what I have here that we picked up today. We went to Costco's, Trader Joe's, two of the favorite places we like to go to. And I'm gonna show you first of all what we have for protein sources. And this is mainly the protein sources that I eat on a daily basis, and that is ground beef. And this is 96.4 extra lean ground beef. The reason that I implement this into my nutrition is because one, ground red meat has a lot of benefits, especially since we're in the off season. So we like to use this in conjunction with chicken breasts, and we don't usually have one single meal of ground beef, or red meat. So we don't just have 7 ounces cooked of red meat, or ground beef in this case. So we generally split it up, and we'll use grams. So we'll say 100 grams cooked of ground beef with, say, 100 grams cooked of chicken breast. And then the reason for that is, again, we don't want to just throw it all in one meal. We want to break it up throughout the day. That way it doesn't overwhelm my digestive system. It gives it a break, and we get the benefits of the red meat throughout the day. And we get to also take utilize. Damn, I fucked up.
It's okay. They cut it up.
And we get to also utilize the red meat as a tool to play with. So as it gets time for prep, we can slowly take out the red meat meals instead of just taking it all out and in one huge meal. So we get to take out, say, like my last meal, have chicken breast, have red meat. We can slowly turn that into mostly chicken breast, or turn that all into all white fish as we go into prep. So it just gives us more things to play with. And also we like to use it in the morning instead of eggs or egg whites, because eggs and egg whites tend to give me a bit of bloat. I have a bit of an intolerance for them. So that's the reasons why I use the egg whites. That's the reason why I use the red meat, the ground beef.
Yeah, and for me, my first protein source would be eggs, talking about it. So I usually have one whole egg in the morning, and then I have only liquid egg white in the morning and the evening. So I usually turn them into some egg white pancakes, and they work really well for me. I've been eating them for some time now, and yeah, my stomach tolerates it pretty good. So that's always usually my first protein source in the morning, and then also my last.
Yeah, so egg whites are a great source of protein. I just feel as if I've ate them for many years now, and just kind of developed a bit of an intolerance to them. And they just don't sit that well in my stomach. But if you tolerate them well, like There You Go does, then eat them. They're a good source of protein, and very readily found. So the next source of protein here is chicken breasts. We have chicken breasts from Costco. We tend to get the air-chilled, vacuum-sealed bags that they have there. But this time around, they didn't have them. So we picked up these like little trays of chicken breasts, 3 of them to be exact, but one is already halfway cooked because we needed some chicken. I also get my chicken from Long Life Meal Prep, but that'll be in this week. So until then, needed something to hold us over. So we picked up some chicken from Costco, and great source of protein, really easily digestible. You have it in your meal plan, I have it in my meal plan, so there's no discrepancies there. And simple chicken and rice meals go down easy.
We usually always clean them before we cook them up, so get rid of all the fat on there that's left. And yes, it's a great thing. We always share the chicken, and
yeah.
Next protein source for me would be tilapia. So I can choose what type of white fish I want to have, but I stay consistent, especially when you're prepping, you want to stay consistent with your food source. So I stay with tilapia, and that is usually what I have once a day in my meal prep now.
Okay, so protein sources, I think that's generally it. Outside of the occasional whey protein that I use pre and post workout, and then one of my other meals consists of a whey shake. These are the protein sources that we use.
Yeah.
So I guess onto the carb sources, and I'm going to show you the one that we use together. This is the old-fashioned oats, and it's gluten-free. So not a celiac, don't really have any diagnosed gluten intolerances. However, I do have ulcerative colitis, and I try to limit any inflammation of my gut. So if gluten-free is the way to go, because it eliminates any slight inflammation, then that's the way we're gonna go. Particularly myself, just because of the load, the sheer volume of food that I'm eating. I know that I don't wanna overwhelm my gut with anything that causes any inflammation. So we go with the gluten-free variety, Bob's Red Mill, my favorite to go with over Quaker, just to say, old-fashioned oats. So staple carb source for me, and then you also have it a couple times throughout the week as well.
Yeah, I have this once in a while a week, and then we always mix them with some blueberries, usually frozen, just because they hold a bit longer. This is usually for breakfast to have oats with some blueberries. Carb source, another carb source for us would be just basically rice and red potatoes. Red potatoes, we got these from BJ's this time. Usually we just stick with red potatoes. I have sweet potatoes once in a while, so I switch up between sweet and red potatoes. That's another carb source that we basically share, so the red potatoes.
And what else do we have? Oh, here, speaking of gluten-free pasta, also from Trader Joe's. So benefits, again, I'm not celiac, don't have any noticeable gluten intolerances. However, if I can cut out anything that interrupts my digestion or disrupts my digestion, then I'm gonna do it, just to be on the safe side. So I tend to go with brown rice pasta, the Trader Joe's variety, typically because it has the best consistency and it tastes the best from other brands that I've tried. So I usually go with the Trader Joe's penne pasta, brown rice.
And then talking about vegetables and fruits, so I usually stick with asparagus in my prep just because
you like it.
just because I like it, and I started with it, so I'm gonna finish with it.
Right.
And then I have grapefruits in the morning, usually 5 ounces. That is what I implement for my fruits and vegetables, and the grapefruits for my carb source.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot carb sources. This wasn't something that we picked up today. I already had it in the fridge, but I want to show you guys. These are Ezekiel English muffins, the cinnamon raisin kind, if you're wondering. And I use these in exchange with like the Ezekiel bread, bread slices. So usually half a muffin is equal to 1 slice of bread. So that's what I usually do. I'll do 3 slices, so I'll do 1.5 English muffin with one of my meals, and those are delicious. They're great. So I'll throw some of this on there, some butter spray on that bad boy, and it's a nice treat to go along with my meal. And oh yeah, I should also show you my fruits that I use. I use bananas as well, pre and post workout. And post workout, I'll use honey right there. We picked that up today in our excursion somewhere at one of the stores that we stopped at. So honey, I use post workout in conjunction with my banana. And on my post workout meal, I like to use real barbecue sauce. And as we're getting into like the little things we use on our foods, the condiments and whatnot, or any prep hacks or off-season hacks, I'm gonna pass it over to you. What do you like to use during your prep? Because I know you have some treats.
So I, for example, have this one here from Trader Joe's. It's the ranch seasoning. I try not to go too crazy with my condiments. Usually I stick with some light seasoning and hot sauce. So hot sauce is something I implement a lot lately. I should back up a bit with that. But yeah, that's something that goes just really well on my meals. And another little, let's say, hack or what I do for prep is what I got used to in Germany a lot is to drink sparkling water whenever I crave something sweet. So these are from Trader Joe's as well, and they have different different flavors. And usually I put some of the Mios. I mean, these are like fake Mio brand.
Cheaper Mios. Yeah, but they're good. They're still good.
Yeah, and then you just I just kind of match whatever flavor works with sparkling water, and it's kind of like a soda, but yeah, it's just something to help me with cravings. That's just something I really like to do whenever I want something sweet.
Yeah, you don't really go for like the diet sodas too much.
Yeah, I try not to go crazy with the sodas, and plus this version is also cheaper than buying sodas over and over again. So yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. So, and before I forget, I also want to show something that I use for my oatmeal in the morning. We have this here. This is just brown sugar, and the reason I use this is the same reason I kind of use like the honey, is to kind of get some simple sugars in with my meals. You have the oatmeal digesting slower, so we have also the simple sugar here, the brown sugar here, that'll digest a little bit faster than the oatmeal. So we're kind of having fast carb, slow carb, all that stuff in there, using that to actually get more carbs in, smaller volume, things like that. So we have the brown sugar here, which I almost forgot, but I got this from Wegmans. If you have that near you, it's an awesome store to go to as well. And something that I have that's, I would say, a prep hack and a all-season hack to make your food taste good is these sauces here in particular. This is the Orange Dragon and the Smokin' Poppy from Flavor Gang. 5 calories per tablespoon in this one and 10 calories per tablespoon in this one. So they're somewhat prep friendly, and they're definitely all-season friendly because they're good and they make the food go down a lot easier than if you were to kind of have bland chicken and rice or bland beef and rice.
Do you want to go to almond butter?
Oh yeah, and also with my meals I use some almond butter. This is Long Life Meal Preps almond butter. It's a cinnamon spice almond butter, like kind of like a crunchy, because it has like some crunchy pieces of almond in there. It's great. It tastes delicious, way better than any one you kind of get off the shelf. But if I don't use this one, I'll use my almond butter from Trader Joe's, because anything from Trader Joe's is pretty good. And I guess one of the last things I want to show is my fat sources. I don't really have any fat sources outside of the ground beef, so we'll add in some olive oil to my meals, flaxseed oil, or we'll add in some macadamia oil. Either of those three. Today I picked up some olive oil, so I'll add that on my meal later today or throughout the week. So that's how I get my extra fats in. And yeah, so that's pretty much what we have for our grocery haul.
Yes.
If I'm missing anything, because I guarantee I probably missed something.
I think the basics are covered, you know, maybe condiments, but
Yes, yeah. So that's what generally we use for our weekly nutrition. And what we picked up today, I'm pretty sure I missed something, because I know I missed something. But you'll see that probably on the next full day of eating that we put out, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Comment below. Let us know if you want to see this again or anything of the such. So if you want to see us go out on a grocery shopping trip, see how we grocery shop and selectively go to which stores, because we got to get them deals. You know what I'm saying? Balling on a budget. At least I am, just for a minute. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and comment, like, what else? Subscribe and all of that good stuff. Please do that and let us know what you would like to see on the next video, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace.